morning, everybody. It is Mandy, and this is day 17 of the 31 Baby Steps FlyLady series. Today, we are going to be talking about bedtimes. It's important to have an established bedtime that you follow at least almost every day. Or if you like to sleep in on the weekends, you can have a later bedtime, like on Friday or Saturday, but go back to your regular bedtime on Sunday through Thursday nights. That's kind of what I do already, but we're going to talk about that and how it's important to get 8 hours of sleep, and we're going to add our bedtime to our nighttime routine, so that way we know when we kind of need to start our routine, so that way we can still make it to bed on the set time that we have scheduled. But again, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Right now, I am dressed to lace up shoes. Let me show you my shoes. There they are, my purple laces. And now let's get started on our morning routine. Again, first thing we need to do here in the morning is make our bed. So I'm going to do that right now. Just like that, in 2 minutes, you got your bed made. Now let's go to the kitchen and empty our dishwasher. Dishes are clean. Have a nice shiny sink. So it's time to unload the dishwasher for today. Nice empty dishwasher, ready for the bed. Alright, we're back to our 2-minute hot spot. So again, I'm going to try to keep working on removing the tags from my workout gear and my husband's shirts that he bought. So set your timer for 2 minutes and see what you can get done. So I'm missing a bag now, aren't I? So this is what I got done. So I got all the tags cut off of his shirts, took them off of the little plastic hanger things because he wants those. So these are going to get hung up in the closet. I've got a load of laundry that's in the dryer anyway right now, so I'll be taking those out and combining those with these and hanging them all up together. And then I forgot we bought my son some socks, so I had to cut all the little thingies off of these and got them rolled up, so they're going to go in his room when I get him up here in just a minute. And then this is my trash. So, and my handy dandy scissors, of course, to help with the job. So there you go. So set your timer for 2 minutes. You'd be surprised at what you can get done. Okay, so this is how I left everything yesterday. So we're going to set our alarm for our timer for another 15 minutes and see what else I can get finished. Oh, also I have my purse, but I just used it a minute ago, so I'll go grab that too. And we'll go through it, and I'll show you what I finished with. 15 minutes is done. I finished going through my purse. It's hanging back behind there. The diaper bag, I cleaned that out. I looked at this other bag. It didn't have anything in it, so it was fine. And I worked on this table a little bit. So I have a bunch of piles that basically just need to be put away. So this stuff needs to go in my bedroom. That goes in Xander's room. A bunch of trash right here. Xander's tablet, so actually that needs to go back in his diaper bag. Some clothes that are going to not fit him next season, so we're going to donate those. There's some change that's underneath all this too. What?
Hi.
Okay, and then this stuff needs to go back in my room. That's Christmas stuff, so it needs to go with the Christmas stuff. I have a bag of little parts my husband needs to go through, as well as that vape juice. I don't know if that's one he likes or not. And then there's a 9-volt battery that was just randomly there. So, and then we got Uno cards. These are actually for putting flooring in, and then some weird stuff I don't know if my husband needs. That needs to go back up because that's Christmas stuff, and then some books for Xander, so those will go in his room. So there's a lot of different things that don't belong. But got a lot done in 15 minutes this time around, so set your timer for 15 minutes. You never know what you can declutter. Okay, so today we talk about bedtime. The best thing to do is kind of go off of when do you typically go to sleep anyway. So for us, we do have some nights where we'll stay up till 10, but most of the time we're in bed by about 9:30. And so going off of that, you can kind of figure out how long does it take you to do your evening routine and know when it is that you need to start it. So, however, some people like to do their evening routine as soon as they're done eating. I know for us, we kind of all do our dishes together because the dishes are unloaded, and then we just load up the pots and pans after we put away the food. So we kind of all do that together. My son puts away the food. my mother-in-law helps put the pots and pans in the dishwasher, and then I put everybody's plates in the dishwasher. So we all kind of do that together, and so it's very helpful that way. Whereas before I was having to do a lot of it on my own, except for my son still put up the food. So there's not a lot for dishes in a way because of the fact we all chip in. So it really only takes a few minutes. And so that I do right after I get done eating. But before I go to bed, I shine the sink real quick and start the dishwasher. But that really only takes like 2 or 3 minutes. Then I pick out my clothes. That only takes about 2 minutes. And I brush my teeth, and that takes 2 minutes. So basically a good 10 minutes and I'm done, if that, if it even takes that long. So basically right now it is 9:17, so I am going to start my evening routine so that way I can still get in bed by 9:30. So we're finishing watching one of our shows, and I'll just go in the kitchen and get some things done that I need to get done, and we'll go from there. But my bedtime goal is to be in bed by 9:30 to 10 o'clock. That is Sunday through Thursday. Friday and Saturday night, we normally stay up till about 11. So we're normally in bed before then. Sometimes we go to bed way before 11, but the latest would be 11 o'clock. And that's mainly because we sleep in on the weekends, because we don't have any work to do. Now, if there's some reason why we have to be up the next day, then we'll go to bed earlier and kind of stick with our 9:30 time frame. So it all just depends on schedules and things like that. But I do tend to have a pretty solid bedroom routine or bedroom timing. So it's very important that you get your 8 hours of sleep, or at least close to it, as close to it as you can get. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about, okay, I work these hours, blah, blah, blah. If you work a whole bunch of different shifts, then you'd have different bedtimes, of course, to coincide with that. So just think about all of that, or if you do work a bunch of different shifts, but you still kind of tend to get up at the same time each day, then you know what time you need to go to bed. So that's basically it, because if you don't get enough sleep, you're going to be cranky the next day. You're going to be run down. It's going to be harder for you to keep up your routines around the house, and that's why it's important to get to sleep at a reasonable hour. So, of course, you can't always be perfect at this, but the goal is to at least have a routine schedule. And if something happens just out of the blue or something like that, like last night, we actually stayed up late because we were talking about a bunch of plans around the house that we're going to be doing here pretty soon with the renovation and moving my mother-in-law and all of that stuff. So we stayed up a little bit later because we were talking about all of that. But typically, we go to bed around 9:30. So anyway, I've done enough talking. Make sure you have a bedtime routine or a bedtime time set on your, what am I trying to think of? Your evening routine. So have your bedtime on there. And if you have it, Sunday through Thursdays one, and then Friday and Saturdays another, put it down that way. So add that to your evening routine today, and we are done with the mission that she gave us for day 17. So now's the time to get started on your evening routine so you can get in bed at that time. Nice shiny sink, another silver rag, and dishes are started. They just aren't doing anything yet. All right, got my clothes set out for tomorrow. Kind of going to be a lounging day, so I've got my new LuLaRoe, I think is how you say it, leggings that just came in today, and I'm going to wear it with this gray shirt. And I got my lace-up shoes ready to go. I brushed my teeth. Let's see your pearly whites. All right, so we did everything. I just checked the time. It's 9:33. So I am going to get to bed before 10 o'clock. So I guess that's what I should say, is before 10 o'clock is my bedtime. Even though most of the time it's closer to 9:30, which it will be again tonight. And it's mainly because I rambled a little bit. It took a little bit longer than I needed to. So, but yeah, tomorrow morning you'll wake up feeling a little more refreshed because you got the adequate sleep that you needed to have gotten. And you'll be thankful for that tomorrow. And that was really it today to add. So, we went through everything. So it was a busy day, but we got a lot accomplished. And you're going to wake up tomorrow feeling refreshed. And wonderful that you did everything that you were supposed to do for the day. So great job on that. We'll go into tomorrow, which is day 18. We're starting to wrap up now. And I don't know what it is yet because I haven't read it ahead of time, so I'll read that beforehand and stuff in the first thing in the morning. So, but until then, good night, everybody. Get a good night's rest now that you're going to bed at a decent hour. Bye.